Hello and welcome to this episode of WN Stuff. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the Variety Channel. Today we are reacting to Ben 10, Arctiguana's Homeworld and Beyond. We love the inktank over here, and OR Ash makes some awesome content with the and Beyond series, so I'm super excited. OR Ash did tell me to be on the lookout for a cameo of sorts. I have no idea what that means, but I'm very excited to find out. It just makes me even more excited for the episode. You know, if you got anything going on in your life, let's forget it for a little bit. Get lost into like some Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, maybe I'm projecting a little bit, but that's okay. That's why we're all here. Hope you're having a good one. Before we get into it, I'm an artist and also like to make art, a little bit different art, music. I've been sitting on this song for a couple of years now, and I finally hit the post button, so it should be posting everywhere by the 3rd. I hope that you guys would listen to it. I would appreciate that very much. Gotta try to break doors down like a damn raid. Thinking making moves, but no step back. Tracking money moves, yeah, where the sense at? Being over work back, what's been back? Shouldn't have to worry about where the rent at. Thinking making moves, but no step back. Tracking money moves, yeah, where the sense at? Being over work back, what's been back? Shouldn't have to worry about where the rent at. Shouldn't have to worry, but still do. Hate, think about it, but still true. I hope you enjoyed that. And now, without further ado, let's get into this review. Reaction. 3, 2, 1.
Why does this keep happening?
Asking myself the same question.
Oh, great. A broken portal projector and communications are down. I can't even contact the plumbers for
Communication is key.
Oh, that's Nelly. That tourist trap is bound to have a communication system I could use. And I might as well catalog the planet while I'm there. It is my job after all.
Hey.
Alright, Taurus,
Two
robots,
one stone.
Good evening, extranet and multidimensional travelers.
Good
Welcome
evening.
back to And Beyond, where we plunge into the void and explore our ever-expanding multiverse. I am your host, the R300 Orion IT Systems Model VO4, but you can call me Horace.
Hey, Horace.
Today we'll be exploring the paradise planet of Zanelli.
Zanelli.
Planet Zanelli has partnered with Louis Vuitton to bring you
Louis
all-fit
Vuitton.
outfits. Did you plan a last-minute vacation with nothing to wear?
Every time.
Maybe your planet's culture lacks the right clothes for relaxing climates? Or do you just want to dress up for fun?
I'm
well,
trying.
With Allfits, we have a fashionable line of tourist attire for everyone.
Finally.
Thanks to advanced micro-adaptive fiber optic threads embedded in our trademark comfortable fabric texture, finding a funky fit for you will never be easier. Say goodbye to planning out your wardrobe, because with reasonable prices and multiple shops located all over the planet, just fly on down and get everything you need right here on Zanelli. If you're tiny, gigantic, aquatic, electric, have 23 limbs, or no limbs at all,
Yeah, if
you
you're
can
OR
count
Ash,
on
probably no
Allfits
limbs
to
at
cater
all.
to each and every creature in the galaxy. All fits outfits, where every size fits all.
My antenna's broken. How did that even... Whatever. Moving on. Please keep all appendages inside the portal.
Make
at
sure
all
we got
times,
this
and
to where
remember,
we don't
do
blur
not
out,
party
you know?
with lizards unless you're ready to get slizzard.
Slizzard. Sorry if it's making bumping noises. I'm trying to figure this out. Life's hard sometimes.
Zanelli, the most vivacious planet of its system. On its surface, it is a multicultural paradise, featuring a diverse set of biomes all commingling in a seemingly perfect homeostasis.
Awesome.
Due to the planet having no axis tilt, these biomes retain their climate stability year-round, making for one of the universe's most reliable and beautiful vacation spots. Zanelli is home to 10 notable subspecies of reptiles known as Manzard. These collective species are named after their planet-wide shared belief system, believing that each of their peoples were created in the image of one of the various forms their multi-elemental lizard god Manzard will take.
Okay.
With 10 species, we do have a lot of info to collect, but we should have some fun along the way.
Ooh. Oh, that was clean.
Starting at the
transition.
highest point of the planet, we arrive at the Polar Peaks, home to the Polar Manzardil. Polar Manzardil are quadrupedal reptiles standing between 4 to 6 foot tall. Despite their icy appearance, they are extremely warm-blooded creatures, living in these frozen mountains purely for the sake of comfort. Unlike most Manzardil, they possess an extremely strong hypothermos. The hypothermos is an organ attached to the esophagus that is used to help regulate the bodily temperature externally by means of expectorating. For polar manzardill, they breathe in water vapor through their gills and freeze it as they exhale, helping them cool down quickly. Manzardill also possess throat pouches attached to these gills they can use for storage. The polar species specifically store water to release later as freezing pressurized blasts. Many use this ability for sculpting large ice sculptures, such as the well-known ice artist Chilhuli. Being herbivores,
Scripts on these are so good.
Manzardills subsist primarily on crops of cold-resistant root vegetables like frost tubers and sporadish. These vegetables, similar to Earth's potatoes, contain a chemical called solanine that, when consumed, can cause extreme gastric distress. The manzardill are famous for their unique farming technique called steam rooting. Planting their crops over natural cave hot springs, the harvestable sections of the vegetables are cooked by the steam as they grow.
See, and that's what I like.
And making it safe and ready for consumption at harvest.
It's always like based in some
It
type
looks so
of science.
Good, it makes me wish I had a digestive system.
It's always rooted in something.
Moving down the mountain, we arrive at Plummet Ridge, home to the Talus manzardill. Talus manzardill are large quadrupedal reptiles standing between 7 to 11 foot tall. These manzardill are more moderately warm-blooded and rely more on the chilling winds of their high-altitude home to keep cool. These Talus manzardill live deep in mountainous caves that were originally dug out for mineral mining. Thanks to their advanced echolocation, they've managed to mine ores while leaving very little impact on their beautiful natural cave systems that they now host guided tours in. Talus manzardill have very tough stone-like scales.
Everything's so nice right now, I'm so worried that it's going to take a turn.
For this omnivorous lizard. They will cling camouflage to the slope of a mountain, waiting for flying prey such as Raptera to pass. Once detected, the manzardill will leap off of the mountain to catch the prey mid-air.
Gotcha.
Then proceed to plummet back down the mountainside, safely protected by their scales. This tactic really gives new meaning to bait and tackle. Ha 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 ha. Arriving at the bottom of the mountain, we find ourselves at Sluice Slopes, a muddy river gully created by the mountain slush runoff, and the home to the Meyer manzardill. Meyer manzardill are small bipedal reptiles standing between 2 to 4 foot tall. Being warm-blooded, they use the mud created by the mountain slush runoff to keep cool. With this runoff overtaking the majority of their home, they've trained their gills to work reciprocally. By breathing in mud via their gills, they can expel it from their mouths, and then in turn, by funneling mud into their mouths, they can then propel it out of their gills, granting them the ability to maneuver around quickly with pressurized blasts of mud. Seeing as this species are detritivores that mainly feed on the nutrients in soil, they seem to be very happy spending their days eating mud.
Well, you know what? Sometimes less is more.
They are also equipped with very sleek, smooth scales that make slipping around very easy for them. They use these slip and slide skills to host activities such as mud surfing, which, despite the mess, does look very fun.
I would probably be an avid mud surfer enthusiast, like a watcher, you know what I mean?
Moving into the more densely populated sections of the planet, we arrive in the lush jungles of Haktu.
I feel like my camera's struggling to focus. Sorry, guys.
Manzardill are quadrupedal reptiles standing between 5 to 6 foot tall. Unlike the previous 3 species, tropic manzardill are moderately cold-blooded. They're hypothermous, radiating heat rather than cold. But living in such an already warm and muggy environment, it is mainly used just for their specialized expectorating.
They swim.
For generations, the omnivorous tropic manzardill have fed on a special fruit called amakian. This fruit contains extremely high levels of starch, so that when it is jammed and heated, it becomes an enjoyable, thick, viscous, sticky paste comparable in consistency to the earth dessert mochi. Through generations of consuming this amakian jam, the tropic manzardill would learn to pack their throat pouches with it and use the heat from their hypothermos to manipulate and expectorate jelly-like webbing. They use this webbing to hunt large jungle insects, but also to create drums and string-like instruments. These custom instruments give off a very unique, distorted,
different adaptations.
Sound that is the staple of the tongere music genre.
But like same bass.
You know what they say. Nobody can make Tongere music without knowing how to Amakian jam. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha.
That's what they say.
Still launching themselves high into the air to capture flying prey, then proceeding to drag them under the water and hold them there until they drown.
Of course.
Typically feeding primarily on fish, these lizards really like eating birds, which makes sense, given that the coastal Manzardelle are one of the 2 purely carnivorous species on Zanelli. Despite their literal bloodthirstiness, coastal Manzardelle are extremely laid back and will even be found asleep drifting along rocking waves.
A little lethargic. Just taking that.
Though they spend the majority of their time in the water, they cannot actually breathe underwater. They are just very skilled at holding their breath, only needing to surface for air once every few hours. Ironically, many theorize that the low level of oxygen intake they have is why they seem so airheaded.
Who we got next? Who we got next? Ooh.
Plunging deeper into the lower recesses of the oceans, we find ourselves in the Night Sea. This underwater series of sea-note caves are littered with translucent domes of thick volcanic glass. This strange underwater windowed cave system is home to 2 species of Manzardelle, the submar and the subter. The submar Manzardelle are extremely large aquatic lizards, measuring to be about 17 foot long. Non-water breathing, they only need to surface
really
for
like
air
the submar
when sleeping.
design.
Due to the combination of being cold-blooded and residing primarily
It looks
in
so
chilling
sick.
deep seawater, the submar Manzardelle's hypothermos is in constant extreme heat, bringing the water around it to a near boil. They also use this heat to melt rock, helping them explore more subterranean caves.
That's so awesome.
Carbon dating
My
on their
favorite so far.
obsidian-like scales dates the average submar Manzardelle roughly 4,000 to 5,000 years old. It is believed that they may have been the first species of Manzardelle to exist.
Oh, gotta look around. Gotta look around.
Residing in the subterranean cave systems underneath the ocean, we find the subter Manzardelle. These subter Manzardelle are bipedal reptiles standing about 2 to 3 foot tall. Cold-blooded, they rely mainly on the heat of volcanic vents and glass tappers
Cozy.
to keep warm. Comparative biological research suggests that they are an extremely underdeveloped species. This is supported by the fact that their diet
No teeth.
primarily consists of a low-nutrient bioluminescent fungus known as boglow. However, an interesting adaptation of their fungal diet is that they have developed a perfect 20/20 night vision and voluntary bioluminescence. Both species work together symbiotically, exploring the deep dark depths of uncharted channels and caves. The submar provide the heat to keep them
I love a
warm
good
on their
symbiotic
journey,
relationship.
and the subter provide the glow to light the way, making them truly partners in brine.
See, You got me freaking out over here. For no good reason. It's been all nice.
Rounding up through the cave systems, we emerge in the middle of a fungully, a small
Fungully.
fungal forest formed betwixt conjoined mountains. In a sense, they are Zanelli's armpits. In factuality, they are the home of the Fung Manzardelle. Fung Manzardelle are quadrupedal reptiles standing 2 to 3 foot tall and are covered in bioluminescent oil patches. Moderately cold-blooded, they love the damp and muggy environment of their gully. Not only because the temperature,
Okay, I was
but
wondering.
also for the delicious fungus, including drool caps, hotheads, glow grubs, and many, many more. It's a diverse smorgasbord of spores and more. Similar to their tropic cousins, they've learned to pack their throat patches with their favorite food. However, in their case, it creates a potent melting pot of a dozen different fungus to make up a powerful hallucinogenic oil.
That's what I was feeling. I wasn't sure if that's the direction you were
herbivores with
going or
no need
not.
To hunt, they primarily use this bioluminescent oil to make interactive art, such as the acclaimed artist Salazar Druli. If you get close enough to breathe in the fumes of
names
one
they
of these
pick are so
paintings,
funny.
You can see the art truly come to life. In a psychoreactive sense, of course.
Up next. I don't even know how many we've done so far.
Stumbling out of the gully, we wander our way to Fire Iron Dunes, a vast desert of iron-enriched obsidian mountains, and the home of the Torrid Manzardil. Torrid Manzardil are quadrupedal reptiles measuring 6 to 7 foot long.
A little bit bigger,
They
boys.
use the heat from their hypothermos to expectorate flames and superheat their long poker scale fins. Being the second purely carnivorous species on the planet, they will use their long body to quickly slither through sand, pursuing only prey with flammable fur or feathers.
Okay. Are you combustible? Yes?
These prey specifically
You're
because
mine.
they, quote, burn faster and taste better. Ugh. Because the overall temperature in the desert drops very drastically at night, they will bury themselves in sand to sleep.
Ooh.
This traps their body heat in, similar to a ground oven. They will then sleep well into noon to make sure that the terrain is warm before they emerge. So if you're taking a morning stroll, you may want to watch your step.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Finally, we make our way up the sizzling slopes of the Totem Cradle, a tract of
Cradle.
volcanically cracked terrain that is believed to be the birthplace of all Manzardil,
Really?
and is currently the home of the Slag Manzardil. Slag Manzardil are bipedal reptiles standing between 7 to 9 foot tall. Being extremely cold-blooded, they regularly consume large amounts of pumice rock and use the extreme heat from their hypothermos
Yeah, I like this
to
one too.
melt and store the molten rock in their throat pouch.
Maybe
It
I
can
lean
then
towards.
be dispensed as magma bubbles of various sizes and densities.
I was wondering what that was
Whether
for.
it's for construction, craftsmanship, or power generation, these bubbles can be extremely useful. This area is still very popular with tourists because once a week they are known to perform a ritualistic show at the mouth of the cradle. Dancing and releasing thousands of flaming bubbles into the night sky, each symbolizing a life that the god Manzardil helped create. It is
So cool.
religiously believed that Manzardil himself rests in the base of the totem cradle, hence its name. It is said that he lies slumbering until his children need him the most.
I feel like if Doctor Who was to visit a part of the planet, it would be this
a
part.
beautiful place to live for sure. And thankfully, we had to visit. Make sure you plunge back into the void with me sometime and join me on another extraterrestrial exploration. This is Horace, signing off.
I knew something wasn't right.
What the heck was that?
The amount of animation on this episode is awesome.
The recreant idol hidden away stewing. Max is all. Deserter of the domain. Deity to this lavish planet of bastards. I am Arctiguana, and all manna belongs to me. I remit what is rightfully mine from you.
Oh no!
And your wasteful creations.
I'm locked in.
Adwacha? Here? Taurus, you need to fly back to Plumber HQ and get help. I'm stuck planet-bound because my systems are damn, totally fucked. Apologies, my language filter's broken too, okay?
LOL.
Hell, contact Commander Ben 1010 Innocent. He's the only one that can stop Adwacha.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Taurus was destroyed. Not to worry. I can pick up another one when I get back to base. If I get back to base. There's hundreds of them. And hundreds of me. But they're not me. I'm me. I don't want to be destroyed. I don't want to be destroyed. I don't want to be destroyed. I don't want to die. I could die.
What's going on, man? What's happening with you? Wait, we're back.
I'm
We're back.
functioning without a reboot? And I'm fine? I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm alive. But where am I now?
Oh, no, and I use the term loosely. Well, my goodness. Man. Hold up. Well, that was one crazy episode. That was you could see the effort and the work and the storytelling. It was awesome. And I was locked in. I was like, what are you doing here? Why are you on this planet? Why is Horace glitching out so much? Why, even though he's telling me nice things, I feel so uncomfortable? Where did he go? Find out next time on And Beyond. I love that. My favorite Arctiguanan design was probably the Submar, but what was yours? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you think you know where Horace ended up, please let me know, because I'm freaking out a little bit. I don't know where he's at, so your comments would be greatly appreciated. And the fact that they said will return, I like the Marvel type of thing they did. But then said loosely, you still had to make me feel uneasy, didn't you? You still had to leave me freaking out. But did you like that or this or any of this? Leave a like. If you dislike that or this or any of this, or if you just hate me, that's fine. I get it. I'm not going to fight you on that. Just you go ahead and leave a dislike. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for stopping by and even giving it a shot. But either way, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed that. Or at least I hope it made for a good distraction. And if you do decide to